The night was darker than any other night in the small, secluded town of Blackwood. A thick blanket of fog enveloped the streets, swallowing everything in its path. The townsfolk knew better than to venture out after dark, for Blackwood had always been a place where eerie stories whispered among the shadows. Amelia, a curious and adventurous young woman, had recently moved to Blackwood. She had heard the tales but dismissed them as superstitious nonsense. Tonight, however, her curiosity got the best of her. She decided to take a walk through the town's eerie streets, guided only by the dim glow of the moon. As she strolled along the cobblestone path, her footsteps echoed eerily, making her shiver. She passed decaying houses with broken windows and overgrown gardens. The air was heavy with a damp, musty scent that seemed to seep into her very soul. Amelia's heart raced as she reached the edge of the town square. In the center stood an ancient oak tree, its gnarled branches stretching like skeletal fingers towards the sky. Legend had it that the tree was cursed, the site of countless disappearances over the centuries. Suddenly, Amelia heard a faint whisper, a voice carried on the breeze. It was almost unintelligible, but it seemed to beckon her closer. Against her better judgment, she approached the tree. The whispers grew louder, and Amelia realized they were coming from within the tree itself. She reached out to touch the bark, and a surge of dread washed over her. The whispers transformed into agonized screams, and she stumbled back in terror. But it was too late. The tree's branches reached out, wrapping around her like serpents. Amelia screamed, but her cries were drowned out by the chorus of tormented souls that echoed from within the oak. Hours passed, and the moon hung low in the sky. The fog thickened, swallowing the town entirely. No one would ever know what had become of Amelia. The townsfolk whispered her name in hushed tones, a cautionary tale to anyone who dared to ignore the warnings of Blackwood. Years went by, and the legend of Amelia's disappearance lived on. Some said she had become one with the cursed tree, forever trapped in its nightmarish grasp. Others believed she had become one of the town's many restless spirits, doomed to roam the fog-choked streets. One fateful night, another outsider arrived in Blackwood, drawn by its dark reputation. He had heard the stories, but like Amelia, he dismissed them as mere superstitions. Ignoring the warnings of the townsfolk, he ventured into the town square. As he approached the ancient oak, he felt a chill in the air and heard the faintest whisper on the wind. It was a voice, soft and haunting, beckoning him closer. Against his better judgment, he reached out to touch the cursed tree. The branches came alive, just as they had with Amelia. The outsider's screams joined the chorus of tormented souls that echoed from within the oak. The fog thickened, swallowing him and the town whole. And so, the curse of Blackwood endured, claiming the curious and the foolish, one soul at a time. The townsfolk watched in silence, for they knew that Blackwood's dark secrets were not to be trifled with, and that those who ventured into the night would become part of its ever-growing nightmare.